With the no case submission file of Nnamdi Kanu at stake, there are 5 things Justice Omotosho has to consider ahead of the trial that will hold tomorrow. And you must listen to these 5 things, because these 5 things will carry you along and into the trial of tomorrow of Nnamdi Kanu, so that if Justice Omotosho fumbles, the whole world will see it. But before then, there's a video of Nnamdi Kanu I want to show you guys. This video is an old video of Nnamdi Kanu, and I want you to listen to what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, because Nnamdi Kanu has always been innocent right from time. Ever since the insecurity came into Nigeria, before he even began agitating for Biafra, he was agitating over the insecurity that took place in Nigeria before he came out fully for Biafra. And if you watch this video, you are going to clearly understand that Nnamdi Kanu is a man that loves his people. And all he wants is freedom for his people. He wants the freedom of his people. Is it wrong to ask for Biafra? Give him Biafra, because that's what he wants and that's what the Igbos want. Why are you holding him to ransom? If this young man says he wants Biafra, why not give him the Biafra than leveling evil charges against him? Charges that does not exist. Yes, those charges does not exist. Imagine what the DSS operative came out in the last court sitting and lied against Kanu, saying that Kanu sent him to kill over 2,000 people. Meanwhile, that was a blatant lie. A lie from the pit of hell. Without wasting much of your time, watch this video and listen to what Nnamdi Kanu had to say in the past. And after watching this video, I'm going to show you 5 things, 5 good things Justice Omotosho has to consider tomorrow ahead of Nnamdi Kanu's trial.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. The reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done, and the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace, we are asking for people to get together, we are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the Council Committee for peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
Well, these are the 5 things Justice Omotosho has to consider tomorrow in order for Nnamdi Kanu to be released, because Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is important for the Igbos. The first one is implications of the Kenyan High Court ruling. The Kenyan High Court has already ruled that Kanu's rendition from Nairobi to Nigeria in June 2021 was unlawful and a violation of his fundamental rights. Justice Omotosho must consider whether this breach undermines Nigeria's jurisdiction over the case or taints the precedents, especially under the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, which criminalizes illegal abduction. And it was clear even to the blind that Nnamdi Kanu was criminally and illegally remitted back to Nigeria. 2. Admissibility of illegally obtained evidence. The Supreme Court of Nigeria previously held that evidence obtained through illegal means remains admissible. Omotosho must determine if that precedent applies here or if additional principles such as fair hearing and a court discretion should lead to exclusion of tainted evidence from Kanu's rendition. 3. Sovereignty, international law, and treaty obligations. Kanu's forced transfer may have violated Nigeria's treaty obligations. Example, with Kenya and through the African Charter on Human Rights. Justice Omotosho needs to weigh domestic sovereignty and prosecutorial rights against the possibility that compliance with international norms and respect for Kenya's jurisdiction should inform the trial's fairness. 4. Jurisdictional legitimacy. Legal arguments exist that Kanu's abduction could strip Nigeria's courts of jurisdiction, while the Supreme Court maintained that the trial should continue despite illegal rendition. You can imagine the Supreme Court giving the go-ahead that Nnamdi Kanu's trial should continue despite it being clear to the blind that Nnamdi Kanu was illegally abducted from Kenya and sent back to Nigeria criminally. Well, let's continue. Justice Omotosho must now clearly determine whether his court retains jurisdiction and under what legal rationale, potentially influencing the trial's outcome and invitations for appeal. Now, if you can remember vividly clear, in 2022, the Appeal Court of Nigeria ruled that Nnamdi Kanu is free and his trial in Nigerian courts were illegal, thereby stating that no court in Nigeria has the jurisdiction to try him. Still yet, the Supreme Court went ahead and upheld that Nnamdi Kanu's trial should continue. This is what Omotosho must stop tomorrow. 5. Balance between national security and fair trial. While the prosecution has closed its case, presenting broadcast statements, exhibits, and witness testimony alleging terrorism, the court must still ensure balance. Justice Omotosho must examine whether Kanu has been granted adequate opportunity to respond to each allegation, especially in light of his decision to represent himself and his earlier courtroom objections. Well, Justice Omotosho has to do the needful tomorrow because Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer in the Nigerian court because Nnamdi Kanu is free and the Kenyan High Court has already freed him and cleared his name and declared that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent and even awarded 120 million naira damages to his name. Well, at this point in time, I'm going to allow you guys to tell me what you feel about this in the comment section below. What do you think about what Omotosho should do? Because Omotosho shouldn't react or shouldn't follow the footsteps of Binta Nyako because Binta Nyako seems to be corrupt. Well, let's see and watch how tomorrow will unfold. At this point, I'm going to allow you guys to tell me what you feel about this in the comment section below. Do want to like this video, share this video, and hit the subscribe button below for more trending updates.